I'm not happy with EA or EA Sports this year.
Gee, me too.
I am genuinely disappointed. Okay, when I was a kid, not even a kid, like a teenager, little bratty teenager.
In the high school days.
High school days?
Yeah.
I used to get, hate on EA. Like, this sucks, I want this changed, whatever.
Me too.
Now, in the last few years, I've been genuinely happy with the product, at least the games I play. I think NHL 20 is a really good game to me. They fixed the shooting. A lot of things are realistic to me.
It's okay.
I like it. It's the most fun I've had playing an NHL game since I was a kid. Since NHL 06. That's the most fun I've had playing NHL since NHL 06.
For me, hands down though, the best one for me, the generation was increasing every year.
Every year, yeah.
Was I think NHL 15 or 16. I think it was 15.
I didn't like either of those, to be honest.
You didn't like that?
Yeah, a lot to be desired, left to be desired there.
I like that though.
I didn't like them.
I like them.
I think you're thinking of the wrong ones because 15 was a garbage game.
Okay, then
Absolutely the worst NHL game ever.
I think it was 14 then.
14 was really good. It was on PS3. 14 was really, really good.
Was that the one with Martin Brodeur?
Yes.
Yeah.
14 is the one you're thinking of. It was really good.
14.
20 is my favorite since NHL 06. Even better than 14. I personally, it's just my opinion, I love it. The way the shooting feels, everything, it's so realistic, and I could play the game as if it's real hockey. Like, you can do things as if it's real hockey.
I was gonna say for me,
yeah.
NHL 94 hands down is the best one.
Okay, that's that's different.
I liked what happened. There was someone made a mod.
Yeah.
Of
updated rosters.
Updated rosters,
yes.
Which is awesome.
For NHL 94, that's cool. I would play that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But I'll move along to NHL or EA Sports.
Just in general.
I'm not even gonna talk about FIFA because FIFA has become the same game every year. I'm not even joking. Man. FIFA is the same game every year. I don't care what you say.
Yeah,
a lot of people say that about the UFC games. Everyone says that about the NHL games. Madden. FIFA is the worst for that. Same game every year. Can't change my mind about it. 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm not even going to talk about FIFA. We're going to get into Madden soon because you brought up something. But we'll get into that. Mm-hmm. And it's insane. NHL 21. They released the technical test.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
They're not I'm going to go off here, okay?
Here we go.
I might make this its own video on YouTube. Not even part of the podcast because I'm so frustrated with this company and the way everything's laid out, okay? I understand at the grassroots as a person that a beta is a beta. It's not a final game.
Yeah.
They are showing you what they've done new, and then you have to give them feedback, and they'll fix it for the new release. I understand that to a T. Absolutely. I understand it's not going to be perfect.
But would they actually listen to you for your feedback?
We don't know. But
they don't. They don't give a shit.
They don't. And you know what? It's prominent in past games. But we'll get into it. I want to start at the very beginning. The technical test. You had to sign up for it a month ago. Usually with their betas, they have the real loyal players who sign up have it at the beginning, and then they open up at the end for everyone. They didn't do that this year. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a chance to play the beta and give their thoughts. Yeah. Not just the loyal players or whoever signed up. That's garbage.
Exactly. It is.
I don't know if you have a reason behind it. They didn't give a reason. Garbage. They're calling it a technical test this year. And I think that's because it's not even close to being finished.
No, it's not.
And it's very prominent when you play World of Chell that it's not close to being finished.
Yep.
And that's why they're calling it a technical test and not a beta this year. Or I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. It's weird. So I start playing.
Yeah.
They took out one of my favorite perks, which is Marathon Man.
They did?
They took that out of this game.
Wow.
Bad. Terrible decision.
Wow.
That is brutal.
Wow.
Because you get tired so fast, it makes the game less enjoyable. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
It is.
It makes the game less enjoyable.
Yeah.
They switched around some other perks. I don't really care. I guess I'll fiddle around with them. They made some new ones. Whatever. I'll fiddle around with that when the game comes out or whatever. When in the game playing, it feels so sluggish and sloppy to me. I like to just buzz around the ice and stick lift and whatever. One thing I will say is they finally listened to us because in last year's beta, NHL 20's beta, we told them, hey, every time you poke check, it's trip. You can't do that. In real life, every time you poke check, you don't trip somebody.
And then
they never fixed that.
Penalties that pisses you off.
They never fixed that. In NHL 20, if you poke check, you're going to the box. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Every single time. They finally fixed that where now it's not necessarily you got a penalty every time. Now you can actually poke check and it works.
Thank
and stick
God.
lift. But it just feels sluggish, the way they put new skating So now when you hold L2 and you try and like pivot, your guy like pivot to the side, it's a new animation, but it's slow. Like it doesn't work as if he's...
okay.
It doesn't work as if it's real life. Like the momentum doesn't keep up. It just feels slow.
Really?
So yeah, everything feels sluggish, and I'm trying to get the puck, and I know it's a beta, but like I would take everyone's advice, put Marathon Man back in.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either because they're very frustrating.
It's called laziness,
I guess, but whatever it is, take the feedback from the people who play this game and buy this game. Take the feedback from the people who play this game, because I was really happy with NHL 20, and I was looking forward to a lot of the new deeks and stuff they put in the game, and now they have a new Be a Pro mode. I'm excited to see what that's all about, because we don't know what it's about yet.
Yeah, it's the story. They had a story
I had a story mode, apparently.
Finally.
So we'll see. I'm excited for that, actually.
Too, yeah.
But the gameplay feels sluggish to me. Some of the things, like, listen to the people who play your game and put the things that they genuinely enjoy in the game. Keep them in the game. Don't take them away and add other stuff that we don't necessarily need.
It's all about laziness at the end of the day, man.
They added some stuff that's great. It doesn't really feel great, but I know they can tune it, so I'm not going to complain about that. Some of the deeks and stuff, it's not it's not perfect, so I know they're going to tune it because it's a beta. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But there's certain things that they're taking out and they're doing that is listen to the people who play your game. That's all I'll say.
Like for me, like if 2K bought the rights again for the NHL, like they did back in like PS3
I think they would do a great job.
Dude, like NHL 2K that came out on PS3, it was a fantastic.
NHL 2K10 still holds up today.
Yeah,
like it's still fun to play.
It's really good.
You can skate around with the Stanley Cup. There's stuff that they did 10 years ago now that like we don't even have in games now.
Because it's like I was saying before, I think like 2-3 weeks ago on the podcast, it's all about competition.
It is all about competition. You know what? And I'll give an example. In the 90s, WWE was the hottest thing going. Teenagers, kids, everyone watched it.
Liked it.
Exactly. Everybody watched it. Monday Night Raw, everybody watched Monday Night Raw. And you know why? Because it was competition. WCW was going with WWE.
That's right.
At each other.
Well, back in the day, it was WWF.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They're going at each other for ratings. Everyone's watching this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Then WWE, with all their money, Vince McMahon bought WCW. No competition. No reason to put out better creative content, whatever. And then now WWE is not great now because there's no competition.
They came out with what was it, ECW?
That ECW is owned by WWE as well. There's no competition there.
Oh, so it was back then.
Yeah, now there's AEW, which is a new wrestling company. A little bit of
Sorry, what was that?
AEW.
What's that for?
It's an All Elite Wrestling. It's a new one.
Okay.
It's not quite at WWE's level yet.
I haven't watched wrestling in years.
But it's competition. But on the grand scale of things, they don't have competition. EA, on the grand scale of things in sports, doesn't have competition except for NBA. And EA doesn't even make an NBA game last year because of that, basically.
Yeah,
because
the last one they came up with live.
Because there's no competition there because 2K is clearly better. But they don't have that competition with other games like NHL, FIFA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have that competition there.
FIFA,
so they just put out a product and it's what it is.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
For the Konami one, the Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yes.
See,
it's okay.
For me, that one, the gameplay, it's not sluggish. It's just it's like rewarding. You know what I'm trying to say?
Sure. Yes.
Like the passes is like spot on.
Spot on. Yeah.
Like when you kick, you feel like the power with the kick, you know what I mean?
It's a different game. It plays differently as it should, right?
Yeah, and like somewhat the AI is a bit better than EA's.
Yes, because EA's AI for years in their games have they say they fix them. They do the exact same patterns every year.
Yeah.
Every year, but I think if they had competition, things would change. Because back in the day when 2K was making games and whatever other companies, the games were good. Because they always had to push the limits.
Yeah, even like EA had the rights for the golf, the
PGA Tour games.
Now 2K is
doing them, and really, the game is really good.
Yeah.
2K1, it's really good. I think they need competition because EA can get away with doing whatever they want and not listening to their fan base, and people still buy the game because it's the only game they can play.
They pay for us. We live in Canada. It's like $80 a game.
Yep.
We're paying $80 for updates.
Basically.
A patch.
Basically.
Why?
And I hate to say it. There's people behind the scenes that work hard on these games and add new things every year.
Yep.
But they're doing the bare minimum, man. They'll add maybe 3 new things a year, and they're doing the bare minimum. If 2K was there making games and actually putting things in the games that people genuinely want to play and see in games, everyone would jump ship to the other one. Everyone would jump ship. And EA would really have to step up their game. But it's because they have no competition, they just do whatever they want.
Like, for example, now we're going to talk about Madden.
Yeah, let's go right into it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Madden 21.
dude, like...
It's the same game every year.
Every year.
Joke.
And when you win the Super Bowl...
Yeah.
It's the same animation.
Animation.
Yeah, animation. Thank you. And yeah, it's like
Had a
how
quiet
they
laugh
win,
there.
how they celebrate. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing for years. At least NHL, they updated their celebration a few years back, but like it stays the same then for the next 7 years, and then they'll change it again. But it stays the same. And so let's get right into it. Madden 21. It came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's rated.
The worst game ever.
Ever. It's rated a 0.3.
Actually, it's a 4 now.
0.4.
Yeah, because you know.
Out of 10.
You know what's funny?
Andrew.
You know what's funny?
What?
EA came out with a remark of that.
Yeah.
And
Like a statement.
yeah, a statement.
Okay.
Oh, they're such geniuses. So anywho, they said at least we got 1 point up of rating.
That's like.
Why would
What
you
are you
say that?
What are you talking about?
Why would you
Why
say
would you
that?
even come out and say anything?
Yeah, I know.
That is horrible.
I know.
That has to be one of the lowest rated games of all time.
Yeah,
That is awful.
it's so bad.
It's a roster update. I like a lot of people say that, and I defend EA sometimes because they do put a lot of work and change things some years.
but not this one.
Madden 21 is a roster update.
It's not this one.
Madden 21 is DLC for Madden 20.
It is.
It's terrible.
It is.
It's the same thing. And
It's
I'm
so
not
bad.
buying. I'm not buying it this year. I'm not. I usually buy almost every sports game. I'm not buying Madden this year.
Like honestly, like I don't like football as much. Like I like to play once in a while. Whatever.
Once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, but like the most fun I had with like NFL games wise is like with the Blitz or like the Street Series.
Sure, yeah.
Why did you just bring that back?
Why would they? Why would they? They have no incentive to do that.
I know.
So why would they do that? And on top of it,
It will sell though.
more people would rather play, a game like Madden because it's a simulation of real life. They would rather play a game like that, like NHL and FIFA and
but
whatever.
some people like the arcadey type of sports.
Of course,
you
of
know,
course.
like,
But they have no incentive to bring that up back
That's
because they
true.
just make the same game every year or
you're
whatever.
right, you're right.
But this game is terrible. And I know it's going to come out and the graphics are going to look great on the PS5. When the PS5 comes out, Madden 21 will come out on it. It's the same game. It's the same game.
It's the same thing.
Nope, same game. That's why it's rated so poorly. Sucks.
I want to.
That's all it
be
is.
surprised if Madden 22 when it comes out next year is gonna be the same thing again.
Yep. And NHL 21 is like I'm saying. I'm not even gonna touch FIFA because I'm not even gonna touch that game because oh boy, same thing. But NHL 21 is looking like that. It's looking like another year of where they don't listen to the people who play their game.
I don't like the cover art for this sports games this year either.
Dude, it looks like I'm sorry. Okay, I know a graphic designer. I'm not blaming the graphic designer. The person who literally made it, it's not their fault because they get direction from EA on what it should look like.
Yeah.
So they do what they're told. I'm not talking about that person. Whoever came up with the idea for this design, dude, it looks like a grade 5
I
on
know.
their PixArt app on their phone
Did it?
just took pictures off of Google and started pasting it random places on the cover and went, ta-da! The
And
game's
I
done.
did it, yeah.
I did it. That's what it looks like. I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it. I don't know what they're going for. This new graphic design look like, or this new effect where the pictures are everywhere and they have these lines. I don't know exactly what that is, but the cover this year looks not great.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great.
I totally agree.
I will say though the new UFC game does look pretty good. So
Yeah.
they're
I think
doing-
I
they're-
think it's already out.
yes, it is, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So congrats, you have one good game out of all of them. Congrats, guys.
Yeah. Good
let's
job,
try
EA.
and let's try and fix everything else. And if other companies, let's start getting some more sports games on the market because we need competition because this is garbage. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't the only option for sports games like NHL and Madden and whatnot,
Yeah.
people wouldn't buy it. If
No.
it wasn't the only option, people wouldn't buy it because they're doing the bare minimum every year just to make it look
And
like
now
they're doing
people are
something.
realizing like don't spend your money on the scrap. It's like save your money, buy a good product.
Yep.
Yeah, I will not stop, I cannot stop, I'm gonna win the fight. Always running towards my goals, faster than the speed of light. Flying over any obstacle, I swear that I'm a kite. Every struggle is a blessing if you're looking at it right. Unstoppable, yeah, I'm unstoppable.